Hello, my name is Joe Vasta, and today I'm going to be talking about pi. Pi equals 3.14159, etc. It just keeps going forever, and pi is an irrational number, which means you can't exactly write pi as a fraction. So what is pi? Let's take a look at this circle. This big circle has a circumference. That's the measurement around the circle. You take the circumference of that circle and divide it by its diameter, you end up getting pi. And you can do the same thing with this medium-sized circle. Take its circumference, divide it by its diameter, you get pi, and same with the small circle. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at something called pi poetry or pietry. And usually poems in math or English and math do not mix, but today we're going to try to mix them a little. And I guess it used to be the case back in the old days that students were asked to memorize pi to like 10 digits or whatever, and so sometimes students would use these little sayings or this pi poetry to help memorize some of the digits of pi. So let's take a look at our first one. Okay, so this one, I don't know where it came from, but let's take a look at how it works here. May I have a small container of orange juice and 3 pancakes? So it doesn't rhyme, but what makes it pi poetry is it gives us some of the digits of pi. In fact, it gives us 12 digits of pi. Now, how does it do that? Well, you count the letters in the first word, may, so there's 3 of them. I, there's 1 letter there. Have, so 4 letters in have, etc. You go all the way down to pancakes. Pancakes has 8 letters, and we do not count the question mark. And so this is our first pi poem, and it gives us 12 digits of pi. Let's take a look at another one. I don't know who wrote this one, but it's a kind of a famous one you can see online. How I want a drink, alcoholic of course, after the heavy lectures involving quantum mechanics. So this one gives us 15 digits of pi, and you can count the digits right there. There's 15 of them, and that includes the 3. And once again, we don't count the comma or the period. Okay, so those, we just put them in there just to make your English instructor happy. So there it is. Let's take a look at the next one. Now the next one is one that I came up with. I work at a college, and sometimes I have to go to boring meetings. And so sometimes in those boring meetings, I would just take out a piece of paper and maybe doodle, but other times I was working on pietry. And so you can see how bored I got at some of the meetings at my college. Here is my pi poem. Try a Coke, a large hamburger, or French fries, and you'll remember 17 numbers beginning the pi. So I think there's 17 digits there, which beats the record for the other 2 that I showed you. But like I said, I mean, you have a meeting, and then the next month you have another meeting, and the meetings are really boring. You talk about copy machine etiquette and things like that, student learning outcomes. I mean, if you don't do something during those meetings, sometimes you fall asleep. So we'll continue with this poem here. Oh, once in a while with pi, you're going to encounter the digit 0. So let's see how we handle that. You shouldn't make trying to digest food the one mnemonic for pi. Okay, so that continues pi. Okay, so here's a 0 in pi. So what I do with a 0 is I come up with a word that has 10 letters. So hamburgers has 10 letters. And so that's how I can get around putting the 0 there. I'm still doing the other thing, like A has 1 letter, sensitive, if you count those letters, there's 9. So however digesting fries, hamburgers, or unwanted calories gets a sensitive stomach, a bigger waistline, and unhealthy movements. And I was tired out. This really does make you tired, writing Pietry. So I looked at the next few digits of pi and I couldn't resist. There was my name, and I felt like it was a very good stopping point. Joe Charles Vasta. And that gives us 49 digits of pi. I hope you enjoyed this video.